spasms, but I don't know if he still does Twitch anymore. Because he started doing YouTube instead.
We have a second wave.
I fucking love Moon.
Rollo. I guess you are watching. Alright, so we're in the middle of a trial. You're welcome to join us and listen. Just, you know, stay a little bit quiet for comms. Thank you.
Nice.
Last the sphere in there.
After this fall, can I get like 2 seconds? I need to disable target keep up.
Alright, wrap it up there. Beautiful. Up ahead, a couple of extra easy pulls, nothing too fancy. Let the tanks gather things for us. The horn, just for kicks.
Damn. Do it again. Oh, that's way better. I fixed some shit. I had 3 add-ons showing debuffs on target, and they were stacking over each other.
Remember to interrupt those spheres if you see them doing their sparkly red thingies.
That's generally good advice in anything in this game. See red sparkles, interrupt.
Good old bots.
How would somebody watch your stream if they were looking to watch it?
It's on twitch.tv/disdainful.
Right. What? Slash what?
Disdainful.
Oh.
Yep. So if you just search disdainful on Twitch, or if you go twitch.tv/disdainful.
It's a very uppity cat. Very disdainful.
DISDAINFUL?
Yeah, DISDAINFUL.
Okay. My husband's at work, so I was telling him I like to watch his
Yeah,
own
he can,
on
yeah,
Twitch.
he can see you.
I know.
So I learned that trap can be put on any multiple targets.
And you were saying that yesterday.
I put it on 3 targets just now. I thought it was only 2.
Whoops.
But 3 of them had it. So I gotta look.
Up ahead, we have our first set of our first boss or bosses. And so what we do here, there are a couple different ways to do it. Different guilds do different things, but what we do here is one of our tanks, you already see the bike taking to the right side. He's gonna pick up Negatrix to the right side. Baral, what I want you to do is pick up Positron into a team. We're gonna fight Positron until he's at 20%. At that point in time, Baral will take it to the left side, and we're gonna fight Negatrix, kill Negatrix, and then come back and pick up Positron. And the reason why we do it that way is because if we kill one of them before the other, they enrage. So we want to just have him, almost dead, but not quite entirely. All right. Everybody else, you stay here. Healers, well, anybody else, if you have Purge, it's useful to slot it. And in fact, I'm going to slot that myself here real quick. It's actually not critical to do it for normal with Purge. You can do it with some of the Templar cleanses, for example, to get rid of the poisons that the spheres do. In bed is strongly recommended to use And if you're wondering where Perch is, it's actually part of the support set in the Alliance War skill set.
Do you need me to use it or?
I always suggest that you put it, that you slot it. Again, in normal it's not critical, but you know, it makes things easier because on the other one you have to hit the synergy and all that. It takes a little bit longer to do it, and sometimes that extra second
Okay.
kills people.
I got it slotted if you need it. Holler.
just you know, hit it regularly every 10 seconds or something like that.
Okay.
I know it's expensive, but if you can, just hit it in there. All right. So again, you know, team, stay stacked. Tanks, you know what you're doing, right?
Yep.
All right. On tanks.
Roll on 3, 2, 1, go.
DPSs and positors.
Wait.
30%.
Big job.
24, 23. Take him to the left. Bring Negatrix in. DPSs on Negatrix. If you hear those little dewdrops, that's poison. That's where you want to hit their perch.
One tank's dead.
Tanks down.
Positrux coming in.
I got the tank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. DPSs stay on Negatrix. Negative 5, bring posse in. And wrap it up, guys. Never mind the rest, just burn. Beautiful. Nice job, guys.
How do I do so much more damage to this character than my sorcerer? Don't get it.
So, next, we're gonna have a little bit of a trust pull. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Yeah, we don't want to aggro that quite yet. So, this little trust pull, and then we're gonna have the next boss. So what I want to do is, I want to have 3 DPSs to go upstairs. Arvin on third base. I usually take home here, and I need 2 more DPSs to take first base to the right, and then second base front of us. What you need to do is, there are a couple times throughout the fight that whatever his name is, Debate, or however you pronounce it, he will call out, hey, you know, you need to go upstairs. So DPSs go up. Alright, Void on first, Crimson on second. That sounds good. So what happens is that you need to go upstairs, kill a little sphere, and then hit a button. That button will basically stop a shock overload that could potentially kill or damage a lot of us downstairs here. Alright, Bike, Baral, who's taking the main, who's taking the Centurions?
Either way.
Bike, why don't you take the main, and Baral, why don't you take the Centurions? DPSs, there is 2 kinds of Centurions. There is a spinner and a steamer. The spinner, you can ignore, the tank will just guide him around. The steamer does sort of a cross steam, and you need to kill that. Alright. Sounds good then. On tanks.
Okay, why don't
Remember?
you grab the two booties and I'll grab the spear.
Remember, a little bit of a thrust pull, then we have the main boss.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Now it's gonna pull him to the middle.
And I forgot to mention, you could unslot Purge right now, which obviously you're not gonna be able to do it, but there is a small space between this and the next pull where you can actually swap that slot.
Yes. More lightning astronauts. Give me that buff.
Swap your purge real quick now.
Get out of the middle.
Center. On tax. BS is upstairs. Conduit about. Remember, you want to get rid of those conduits. Those are the little vertical bolts of electricity.
Oh, he fell off. Shit. That wasn't me, thank God.
Well, somebody fell.
We're missing a switch somewhere.
Just run around in the circle and find it. It's third base.
Alright, one down, that's fine. Remember that you need to hit that button after the spear, right? There's a spinner, you can ignore that, tank will kite.
Tank is down.
Tank is down, tank is down.
There he is.
Get a conduit, get the tank. %. If we get another one, runners to stay down, just burn. Burn, burn, burn. Beautiful.
The rift is stable. Let it not be said that there was a portal I could not tame. Now, my old friend, what inspiration has divinity brought you?
Alright, this next stage, if you take a look at your map, it looks like a cross, and we usually take the upper part of it, which is to our left. Bike, you want to take the right side. And what we do is we aggro everything, but we keep running, and we'll stop at the next to last octagon. There is going to be some blades out there. And what you want to do is stack at the center of the octagon. There is a small space where the blades will not reach. So we are gonna be running in 3, 2, 1, running. Keep running, but stay more or less together, because these things can get through your armor fairly easy. And if you die, it's gonna be hard to rescue. And we're gonna be stacking on this next octagon here. Stacking Cran.
Ultimate's ready.
Come to me, Stacking Cran. And a big pile of junk.
Dawnbreaker is a cone roll, right?
That's where you get your oscillators.
Was that yes towards my question?
That's a yes, it's a cone.
Thank you. For some reason I always thought it was around you.
Well, there's two different morphs, obviously. I know one of them's a cone. I'm not sure what the other one is, because I only use Flawless Dawnbreaker.
I just have Dawnbreaker 4. Wait, it's not even more.
So
Terrible.
if you take a look a little bit forward, don't go too far forward, you'll see the boss out there, and that boss has a big shield. So what we do is one of our tanks will basically take care of that by pushing a switch here on these pylons that will create like a bolt of electricity that will strip that shield. And the other tank will basically deal with crowd control. There are a couple of ads that are in there. Bike, why don't you do crowd control? Baral, how about you do pylons?
You turn your overload off, the white noise is hurting my ears.
Alright, let's go and get that boss. You can stay here for a little bit until we get some shocks. And then what happens is the boss, as I said, has a big shield. Once the shield is stripped, you wanna unleash with everything you have, including ultimates, and then after maybe 10 seconds or something like that, the boss will regain his shield. You wanna run backwards. Try not to get behind the boss, because it's gonna be very difficult to rescue if you get dead behind that. Alright, it's coming in there. He's playing coy today, I guess. There we go. Back from Gran. And I have first horn.
Do you need me to do the horn?
Alright, unleash on him. You got the second horn.
Cats? Right.
Be sure to use Pierce on the boss, or it doesn't keep up.
And backwards.
Oh, I don't like this as melee. That electric shield scared me.
To me, second crack.
Oh, grab that, okay.
Ready for horn? Oopsie, we didn't hit it. Go backwards, go backwards.
Yeah, the ad might kind of interrupt you. I'll grab the ad. That way you won't get bumped or anything when you're trying to throw the switch.
But I go back too far.
Unleash. Everything you got. Go backwards. Excuse me. I hate the freaking chain spinners.
It's pain in the neck. literally forgot about this whole part of the raid, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh shit, not this one.
Get ready for
Don't worry, there's more.
It's not, it's fine.
on boss, on the main.
That boss is a lot of fun on beta.
Words. Okay, second round. Notice that I usually stop at one of these separations on the ground as sort of my marker. Alright, burn, burn, burn. There we go. Beautiful. And oopsie, looks like I'm full. So,
Yeah, I have a merchant if you need, or a bank merchant, whatever.
I got it. I got it. Thank you.
Rich people. Ah.
I actually got that on a discount, like I don't know, a couple of years ago or something like that.
It was on sale a couple weeks ago, like 30% off, and I was very tempted. I wish
Oh,
I
this
would've
isn't
got
the door. I'm fucking sitting here thinking this is the
Where are you
door.
going? Yeah, where are you going?
Not to the door, apparently.
I thought that was the door.
Nobody's home there.
Oh man. Are we going in?
I'm going in.
So about it.
Oh, I hate this.
Get in there, get in there. So now we have unnecessary hallway number 1.
Maggie, come here.
Mind the water because it will drain your magicka. Those balls also will drain your magicka, and I'm sorry I mentioned the water because I got myself confused. That is actually a second hallway.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were saying water. I figured you were just confused.
Unnecessary hallways of trash do blend into each other.
It's all a grey haze of trash. Alrighty. Up ahead, we have the big guy, and then depending on how quickly we kill it, we might get a few spears. Remember, those spears need to be interrupted. Usually one of our tanks and bike, why don't you pick up the spears? We'll try to get those spears somewhere around this ridge. Baral, why don't you take the big guy? And Ontax. Well, that was quick. So we're gonna get a couple of those spheres later down the road, but that's fine. This second area, we usually rush forward, tanks will aggro. And we want to hide a little bit to the left side. There is a little cubby hole or so. And let our tanks gather things for us.
Sorry. My cat's walking on my keyboard. Being a pain in the ass. Off.
Come down here, let things gather. Alright. And then we're gonna have a second wave of the spheres. Again, try to let the tanks bring them down for us. Come to the cubbyhole, let the tanks bring them down a little bit. There we go, that's a nice group in there. That's actually pretty darn good. Beautiful.
I hit them all in the Dawnbreaker. My non-morph Dawnbreaker, that thing.
Wrap it up. Victory Nova. And there is a book around here for those of you that like books. Alright, and up ahead is the triplets. That fight has a couple mechanics, nothing too fancy, but that's usually the fight that kind of breaks things on this particular trial. You'll see the three bosses pop up in a second, and what we want to do is split in two teams, one tank, one healer, and then 4 DPSs on each side. The left side, you want to slot purges if you can. I myself need to do that. And the reason for that is because the left side, the reducer, has sort of a sticky fire that that can only be cleansed with purge. Again, well, all right. Let me rephrase that. On normal, you can actually cleanse that with the Templar. I forget the name, but the cleanse brigade. Yes, thank you. But it's usually easier and faster to do it with purge. So what we do is these three bosses have like 3 stages at 70, 40, and 20, and so tanks will go in and keep the bosses separated until they get a shield, they get overloaded, get a shield, and they are invulnerable. At that point in time, at 70 or 40 or where is the stage, tanks will bring them together, they will overload and then take them apart. DPSs always start with the center boss. For you guys, for you melee, that center boss has a small aura around you, and if you get too close to it, it will chew through your armor. So you can still melee it, just you know, take a couple steps back or so. 2 things to remember. One, if you take a look at the far door, there are some things popping up out of the ground there. Those are grabby hands. They tend to appear on areas where the ground is trash, like here. So mindful with that. And then the other thing that happens is we're gonna have some kamikaze robots appearing at the edge of the arena. They will slowly walk to the central boss, and they will get empowered and will rush to you and explode. And one of those things can easily take 2-3 people, so you want to make sure that you kill them before they reach out the central boss, right? That's perhaps the most important thing to keep in mind here. Right, so indulge me and please kind of come to left or right so we know that we have the right counts. I see a merchant out there, by the way. Thank you. Alright, so who's my tank on the left? Baral, okay, who's my healer?
Cass is on.
You seen it? Alright, perfect. Alright, so on tanks, DPSs start at the center.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, pull.
DPS is on the center. Mind the aura. Center is cook, go to the sides.
Yeah, the middle boss is overpowered, no damage.
Yep, so you ignore that, go to your sides and focus on the other boss.
Watch the bombers.
Right, cooked.
You got bots. Reactor needs some love. On the right side. They are cooked, get him together. We got bots, kill the bots. Alright, next stage, DPS is at the center, we got one hero down. Get the rest. DPS is on the center, you should be on the center first. One down. Center is cooked, go to your sides. We got bots, kill the bots.
Nice. I can't see
Get those bots, guys.
Ooh, got him in the perfect timing.
Right's cooked.
Reducer needs some love. And right is not cooked quite there yet.
Is it?
But almost.
Oh, my bad.
Alright, reactor needs some love, we got bots. Get the bots. Then help on the right side.
So what do they do when they kneel then? Because I thought that they kneeled.
It's they have the right side. The reactor has this mechanic where he kneels and puts his sword on the ground. Get him
Yeah, when
together.
he does that, he's summoning the robotic grabby paws, grabby hands.
Oh, okay.
All right, take him apart. DPS is on the center. We have one down.
Two down.
For what?
We got bots.
Whatever, I'm fucking used to it.
Well, it doesn't help that they're right underneath where the
Center is
killer
cooked. Go to your
baby
sides.
is.
We have 2 down, 3 down. Get reses, guys.
I'm getting somebody. Really? I'm just on the rest. Just
I'll take it when he stops shooting. I don't know. Thank you very much.
Watch out, I'm right by the grabby.
Bombers coming in.
Good bots. Get those bots. Reactor on the right needs some love. Get him again.
Jeez.
Oh,
Nice job there. CPS is on the center. We got bots.
Catastrophic discharges. The bots, huh?
Yep. We got one down. We got bots.
doctor.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Reses.
I should name a character Catastrophic Discharge and see how long it takes for me to get reported.
He's done.
Alright, Santa's down. Nice job there. Get that couple reses and then go to your sides.
We're kind of back towards the door when you come in.
Okay, I'll get you. I got them both.
You don't want to get too close to the entrance door. There is some poison there. So be mindful of that.
Yeah, that's
And
what.
watch out for those bots.
That's what happened to me. I went to get
Right,
Crimson and
right side is done.
Alright.
It's over.
Lovely. Nice job, guys. Couple bumps in there, but fairly good. First shot.
Chattering collection of cogs. We may find something helpful in
You can onslaught purge if you had it. Up ahead we have a couple of chests, heavy sacks, and the room of dust hopes.
Dude, this quiver is way too big for my bag. I like my character to be very aesthetic and dressed up and all that, and it's bugging me.
Remember, you want to wish for lockpicks.
I wish I had some more lockpicks.
That way you don't get disappointed.
Nope, I got lockpicks, damn it.
That's a rare drop.
Hey, I got a recipe.
Oh,
Not a
I got
good recipe, but still.
I got
I don't
green
see
gloves.
any chests in here. You guys can see chests in here?
No, it's just there's
Yes,
three
there's just a
pots.
couple of 3 pots in there.
Oh.
They occasionally do drop recipes, but for the most part they don't, which is why it is the room of dust hopes. You always hope for something and never get it.
Once in a great while, you'll get a Dwemer motif page from them.
Oh.
So, just saying, when you run dungeons and stuff like that, if you see urns, try and always loot them.
I loot everything, but then I end up being the one in the back. You know what I mean? Like lagging behind everybody.
Well, I
Well,
looted.
somebody's got to loot. And
I looted
normally it's me
urn.
when I'm on my healer.
I looted an urn in Ice Reach, and I got Imperial style, which is worth over 100k.
Oh.
Right, second unnecessary hallway.
This one's got water at the
artifacts.
end.
I hate the water.
Good story. You know, legends old.
Legends. Tales from the days of the old.
In all this trial, but in particular in this area, you always have a bunch of stuns. But in particular in this area, if you get like stuck, sometimes the stun animation doesn't play correctly. So if it looks like you're just standing there picking your nose, you probably have been stunned.
Oh shit, sorry, I pulled. I forgot there's a robot at the end here.
Ooh, a chest though, so I don't even care.
Oh, let's wrap the fight first, then we pick up the chest.
Sorry.
I meant more than I was expected, not that I help. I don't even think you can leave the chest when you're in combat.
Oh.
Now, the trick is you've got to start opening the chest before combat starts, and if nothing hits you, then you can finish lockpicking.
Yeah.
But I'm not on my main, so I'm not in a frantic frenzy trying to lockpick chests.
Dude, you get something so cool when you get Ledger Main to level 20.
Oh man, it's amazing, I'm sure.
You have the lockpicker title. So amazing.
Horn, just for kicks.
Does anybody else play a Stam Nightly?
I have one.
Do you use Soul Drain or whatever?
Soul. Not really in my main rotation, no.
Or Consuming Trap, sorry.
Oh, you're talking for the soul shard ability, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the single target one, but yeah, the multi-target one would be good probably for trash. But
Yeah,
you
that's
switch it back and forth.
The heavy
I was just
sack.
gonna ask your opinion on which you think would be better. If I had the single target one, the duo. I mean, obviously it's better for bosses.
Don't miss it. There was
Yeah.
a heavy sack on the side of the chest.
Looking out.
It'd just be both one of those things, whether you're going to be pulling trash packs or using it more on trash packs or single target bosses.
I feel like
Oh,
I don't have any AoE. All I have is
Yeah, Nightblade
Cloak.
AoE is pretty weak.
I think all we have is the cloak and when you shoot your arrows, right?
Well, if you're dual wield, you have Whirlwind. You have Cloak of Blades, and you have your arrows.
I don't have Whirlwind.
Like, none of those are like Nightblade abilities.
Yeah. I don't use Whirlwind though.
Well, yeah, no, you don't need it for your execute because you've got the Assassin's Knife execute, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm gonna use on Sustain after this trial.
Oh, what happened?
Stabby, stabby.
heavy sack.
But that Whirlwind's pretty sweet, especially with the Deadly Blades cloak, Deadly Cloak. Because if you're pulling trash packs, like if I'm doing overland stuff with my Nightblade, you can just run it and pull whole patch tracks and poke them. Fucking boom.
I love that on my Stam sword. You get Hurricane, Endless Hail, and Steel Tornado all at once, and things just melt.
Is that the one with if their health is below 50%, it does more damage?
That's the morph, yeah, that'd be morph to the execute ability, yeah.
That's the one you use, right?
Well, one's Whirlwind and one's Steel Tornado. I think Steel Tornado I don't think has the execute ability.
Chests and heavy sack.
Larger AoE and might be a
Mine
little
just
more
says whirling blades. Is that not morph either? No,
You
it says
probably haven't
whirlwind
morphed
morph.
it.
not more.
It says whirlwind morph though.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you've got the one that does the execute.
Oh,
The other
whirling
would be
blade.
Steel Tornado.
Yeah, that's execute. Yeah.
Yeah, it deals up to 100% more damage to enemies with less than 50% health.
You use it starting around 25% usually, I think.
Well, I'm wondering if I should take Relentless Focus off my bar and put Whirlwind.
Alright, so we are here at the last boss, big guy, and let me start by the end of the fight. When he is at 25%, he's gonna come here to the center and he's gonna start putting a lot of meteors. And as you know, you don't want to stack those meteors with somebody else on the team. So what we do here is, you see that some of us are already starting to get some positions. So 2 tanks, 2 healers will get on the tips of the rails towards the center, and then the 8 DPSs, you want to stand at the corners or the vertices of the octagon. So indulge me, and let me see that you actually understand what I mean by taking your positions. I see at least one person. One vertex is still open. One of the healers, do you mind putting a heal on the center? You see how that heal basically covers just about the octagon. You want to be in the middle of the, I don't know, how do you call that?
The radius.
The
Design?
radius or something like that. You don't want to be outside of the octagon completely. You want to be like, standing on top of the
Perimeter.
perimeter. There you go. All right. So, Void, you want to take one step back. You're a little bit too close to the. There you go. Beautiful. So that's what we do, and that is the perfect sizing. So the meteors that you're gonna get are not going to be stacked against each other. And we do that, as I said, at the end of the fight when the boss is at 25%. Now, what we're gonna do is, throughout the fight, we're gonna always come to the ledge that is on his big cannon arm. So I'm gonna come over here. Don't get too close. Mind your pets. And so when we are on the ledge, we're gonna be doing this 4 times. We're gonna be fighting him, and at some point in time, 10-15 seconds into a fight, something like that, he's gonna start getting ads. Those ads become first combat priority. And the reason for that is that if we keep fighting the boss, he will tip into the next stage. It's based on his health. We don't want to do that while still we have ads out there, right? So try to get rid of as many of the ads as you can. Sometimes we cannot get rid of all of them, but ideally most of them, right? There is usually 4 or 5 depending on how quickly we're fighting him. And then at some point in time he's gonna move towards the center, and we're gonna be jumping back into a trench. We want to get out of that ledge because it's gonna be electrified, and if you stay up there you're gonna die, and it's gonna be very difficult to rescue. So you come down here to the end of the rail. It's gonna be a little terminal thingy that you need to kill, as well as kill any leftover ads, and then we stay here for a few seconds. Feels like an eternity, but it's just a little bit. Mind the pets, do not attack the boss at that point in time. He's going to be shielded, and any damage that you do is going to be reflected on us. And then basically just rinse and repeat. So go back on the next ledge, wherever he moves. Usually he moves over forward, so we jump on this next ledge here. But basically rinse and repeat until we get the 4 of them. Again, the last one will be the one where he moves into the center, and I'll call that out. So, alright, who's taking main boss? Boral, looks like you are taking the main boss.
Question. I have a question.
Hmm?
Does anybody know what the keyboard shortcut is to recall your pet?
Y and right click.
Y and right click. What if I'm using a controller? Oh, it doesn't matter. Y and right click. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it'll work even with a controller.
Yeah. Who has a chicken in the background? Or actually, it sounded more like a rooster.
That honor?
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
that's
Oh,
the
real chicken.
that's my
My
chicken.
son's Springer.
That's my chicken.
That
Yeah.
would drive me nuts, man.
That's awesome. Alrighty, so we all good? Senor Boral, whenever you're ready.
It doesn't have a chicken.
I had
Yeah,
chicken
that
strips.
chicken needs a new clock.
I had chicken strips for dinner. Call your chicken that.
Healers, keep an eye on the tank down there.
Oh, traffic.
Stars every now and then are good. We have ads. DPS on the ads. Boss is moving, jump backwards, get off the ledge.
Should have switch something out for trap because I didn't know you couldn't use it.
Get rid of that last tab. Just enjoy the warmth for a little bit.
For all, if you're holding block, be sure you're not taking your spam all the way down.
Thank you actually for saying that.
You have one pet going over there, so put it on
there's
passive.
3. They're all there. Get them.
Sorry, that's me. I'm not used to pets.
Next ledge. And again, pace your damage a little bit. We don't want to tip him too quickly to the next stage. It's sort of oopsie. That's all good. Healers, keep an eye on the tank.
Cat.
You get that?
Smacking me. That's what the...
Such a mean cat.
She's taking Goop's job today.
Man.
You can do trap. I got it to work.
We're gonna add on the other side, coming in. Boss is moving. Jump out. And keep in mind for those leftover ants coming down the ramp.
I got it.
I. You can get trap to work if you get right on the edge below the gun. Yeah,
Fall off.
yeah, I know. I was scared, but I want my trap for 10%
Gotta be
crit
pretty
damage.
close to the edge for melee on that guy.
Yeah. I want my 10% crit damage.
Alright, so that was okay, but again, keep in mind that we don't want to have those ads when we get to the last 25%, right? So pace your damage a little bit. It's kind of counterintuitive because usually you try to do as much damage as you can, and in this case you want to make sure that you pace it. Alright, next on the right.
Yeah, see, this is scary.
Yeah, that's more ants. And another one coming in. Nice job, that's what we want. Pause it moving, jump down. Find those pets. Still have one out there.
I took mine off.
Yeah, it's me.
Damn it, Crimson.
I hate pets. I try to never have pets, but I do more damage on my sword because the pets work. No pets.
Same.
Alright. Now this is gonna be the last one, so again, we want to be pacing that just as we did, which was beautiful. And as we are getting ready to jump when he moves, give it a second. There's going to be some grabby hands down there, so be mindful of that.
I can't hit them. What's happening?
Look at that.
Stupid.
CPS on the ads. We got another one coming in. And one more right there. Boss is moving, get ready to jump to the center. Tank will get the last out of the way. Get your positions. And then burn, burn, burn.
Remember, it doesn't have to be the same one that you were on before. It's the same one.
Cassandra, you want to move a little bit forward to the tip of the rail? There you go, beautiful. Fighting!
War machine
The
lady.
bigger they are, the harder they fall.
It will take years to sort through this information.
As if guys, there are a couple heavy sacks and chests right here.
Anybody want that?
And congrats! You just popped the cherry, my friend.
Whoa, I thought we were just doing trials.
Oh.
Translate.
Looks like people usually are looking for either War Machine or Master Architect.
Yeah, I got a war machine fighting staff. Somebody used it. Is there only one chest? Or am I blind?
Yeah. Sometimes there's two, but just one this time.
Nothing really that good, but hey, somebody might want something.
I'll need what I got in a second. I don't need any of what I got.
Does Does anybody have a bank so I can see what war machine pieces I have? It'd be very appreciated. Thank you. I could use the war machine ring. I'm hearing coins. Is that my game?
That's probably me.
No. If anybody has a spare war machine ring or Divine's armor and bed weapons, I'd take them if they don't want them. That's Siamese, if you please.
I didn't hear anything that you said.
I said mumble, 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 mumble. No, I need a war machine ring.
I don't have any of that. I have,
Or better statted weapons.
I linked everything I have, and I don't need any of it.
I'll scroll open and see if anybody got a ring.
see War Machine stuff that people have.
Ooh. Riven, can I have that War Machine one-handed axe?
Are you doing more after this, or are you done?
No, we do have at least one, maybe two more.
Okay, cool. I just gotta go take my dog out real quick, alright?
Yep. We usually take a few minutes break, so that's what we're doing, 5 to 10 or so. And I think next somebody had asked for some spars, so we'll do that.
You have a spot, or
Thank you.
you guys full?
Right now I'm still full, but we'll see if a few people might.
Well, now I have the axe, which means I have the set. I accept the ring. Damn it! Forgot no ring. Nobody got a War Machine ring.
I got a couple in the bank I could link you, but that doesn't really help you out.
Hey, Void Everdark, can you hear me?
I think those dwarven repair parts are used to make it or build a target dummy. I don't
Target dummy.
Month.
And you need like 120 of them.
Yeah,
But check this out.
For a good amount.
Right now they're 11,000 to 14,000.
Yeah, well there
The
you go.
important thing is how many clockwork oscillators did you get?
Plus,
My record is 64.
Oh
got
shit, we're tied. I got 64 tails.
I got 51. How did you get so many?
Don't tell him the secret. Don't tell him.
Yeah, don't tell them the secret.